Hello, I'm Fast Lawyer. I'm with Oculus Rift Reviews, now with Windows Mixed Reality as well. Today we're going to review The Night of Queen VR, a game coming to the Steam store. It should come soon, within the next 12 hours. I got a pre-release copy, a free copy through the Steam Creator Connect program to review this game. This game's going to come out officially for the HTC Vive and the Oculus Rift. I don't know what the price will be, so I will not score this game, but I definitely give as much of a review as I can based on my experience with the game. I did test it out on Windows Mixed Reality, and this game works fine on Windows Mixed Reality. I had no issues. This is an old school RPG turn-based combat game. So if you love old school RPGs with turn-based combat, I think you will like this game. I had fun. I enjoyed it. You're on this epic quest. You're a knight, and the queen has tasked you to go defeat the evil boss. In this case, it's the Devil King, who's scary, right? And so yeah, you're gonna save the kingdom, and you go on this epic quest. And part of that quest is you're looking for the legendary shield and the legendary sword. And once you get those, you'll be ready to go against the Devil King. There are enemy spawns, random enemy spawns, as you traverse the world, and you'll be moving along, and then you'll come up against enemies, and you'll have to fight them one-on-one. Turn-based. As you level up, you'll gain new abilities. You also have normal attacks and magical attacks, as well as items that you can use. And your enemies get tougher as you go along. Usually, as you progress, they'll have higher levels and they'll be tougher to go against. And you can get upgrades as well. You can upgrade your sword and your shield to get better attack and better defense. You'll need to stock up on potions, on mana, and prepare for your journey out in the wild. You can also go into town, to restock on goodies, to sell items, to buy items, get ready for battle. I had fun playing this game. I really enjoyed it. But there are some issues with this game. The biggest thing that you'll notice is, again, motion controllers are only used as a gamepad. So be aware of that. If you don't like that, this is a game you'll probably want to pass on. So you're using your motion controllers as a gamepad, so you're not swinging your arms for a sword or anything like that. You're just basically selecting items, planning your strategy for defeating the enemy spawns, and also the predetermined boss fights that you'll come across in this world. And as you progress, you level up, and you'll be better able to handle some enemies that are pretty tough. Now, I do believe the combat in this game is well balanced, meaning you don't really have to grind in the previous area to level up to go against the enemies in the current area that you're on. As long as you're not just speeding along from point A to point B, I think you'll be at the right level to meet the challenge. And I found the battle system to be challenging. I had to really think, find out the weaknesses and strengths of the enemies, find out which magical attacks to use, find out when to go for physical attacks, and make sure that I had the right healing items and the right mana items so I can go on my journey. And you'll see from this video, the first time I went against the boss fight in this area, I unfortunately died. But the second time, I came better prepared, and I was better able to take up the challenge. So yeah, I had fun, but you're basically playing this game in VR for the 3D visuals, and this game is pretty. However, it is also pretty simple, so there's not a lot of variety. So I like the art style in general. I like the 3D models of the monsters. That's great. Then there's different varieties of enemies, so that's great as well. Different boss fights, that's great. but the environment itself, especially at the start, is pretty repetitive, and I kind of wish that the areas look different, more different than they currently are, because right now a lot of the areas look the same. So you have your outdoor forest environment, you have your underground cave, you have the city, you have the castle, and then you have like the frost area near the end. Unfortunately, they all look kind of similar, and there isn't a whole lot of variety within the environment. There's a lot of dead space, and if there's one thing I'd really like to see, is just more variety in the environment, more uniqueness to each of the locations, just to make it more fun to look at, because right now it's kind of drab and kind of dull as far as the different environments that you walk in, just because they look a little too basic and they all kind of start running in together, and there's not much difference between one or the other. Even between the snowy area towards the end and the forest area near the beginning, really the only difference is the color. One's white with all the snow and frost, and the other one's green, because it's not cold. So I like to see more variety as far as the environments. The locomotion is not very good. It's HMD oriented, so you're going to go in the direction that you're looking at versus controller based. Plus, there is snap turning, but the snap turning is too slow and it's not always responsive. And you'll see on this video how I bump into the edges at times and it makes this little noise. I just found that walking across this world just felt a little clunky. It just wasn't very smooth or polished. I like to see better controls as far as locomotion than it is now. I like to see better full locomotion with smooth turning added, or better snap turning to this game. You can save your progress as you go along, so I do recommend you save. I do recommend you stock up on the right potions as you go on your epic journey. I had fun playing this game. So far I played about 2.5 hours, and I would say I'm at least halfway through the game, if not 2/3 of the way through. So I would expect there's at least 4 hours of content, if not 5 or 6. So I don't know what the final price for this game will be, so I cannot give it a score. All I can say is that I've enjoyed playing this game, but it's definitely not for everyone. You do have to like old school RPG turn-based combat, and you're basically buying this game for the 3D visuals, the 360, the head tracking, and that's why you're buying this game. But it looks great. It's great for those of us who love old school RPG turn-based, and I enjoyed it, so I'm going to recommend it. I'm Fast Lawyer. If you like my video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.